Okay, after we've started our movies spreadsheet here, we're going to go ahead and format our top title line to be a little bit better of a heading type style. So we're going to go ahead and bold those. If we center them within those columns, it'll also look nicer. Every time that you're working with also different titles, you need to take your columns and make them wide enough, and you may need to adjust this as you go. But if we take our window here and throw it off to the side, we'll be able to see our instructions over on the left. As we go down, we've changed the font to 11, centered it, bolded it, all caps, and that'll give us kind of a nice column header. Next step is to go ahead and go to the Yahoo Movies page. As we click on that link, it will bring up a listing of this week's top movies, and along with their grosses and their week's gross and number of theaters. And we're going to take that data and actually click it into and enter it into our spreadsheet. So probably the most efficient way to do that is to have your spreadsheet over here on the right side and then your data on the left, and just start typing that in. And you can see as we type this in, it overlaps into the next column, so we'll just need to make that column a little bit wider. And now that I've typed in all the titles, I'm going to go ahead and type in the week's gross. Now, since that's in a currency format, I can change the formatting of the numbers that I type into that. The easiest way is to click on the column header letter B, and it will highlight the entire column. And then I go up to my number formatting, and I'm going to change it from general to currency. And what that will do now is anytime I type in a number, rather than having to type the $ and the commas, it will automatically put it in there for me. And now that we're ready to start typing in total gross, this is where it gets a little interesting with the formatting. On the spreadsheet, the gross is listed as 200.5 M. As soon as you type in that M, it's going to show up as a label instead of a value. So if I type in 200.5 M and I press enter, you'll see it's on the left side of the column, telling you that it's not going to be counted as a value, so you can't use it in any sort of mathematical equation. So you have two choices here. If you don't want to use this for any sort of calculations as far as finding a total or finding an average, you can type it in that way. You can actually change the alignment if you want to. Otherwise, you'll need to actually type in the converted version of 200.5 million, which would be 200. And then you can put that into the actual number format if you wanted to, or the currency format. And it's kind of up to you at this point for this particular assignment. I'm going to go ahead and use, just for a matter of keeping it simple, the same formatting that the website has. And now that we've typed in number of theaters as well, we can go ahead and work with some of the formatting. Number of theaters, for example, I typed in 3,825, but on the website it includes a comma, and you can again do that under your number formatting. There's an icon right here with a comma, where you can actually have it add a comma. Notice it also adds 2 decimal places, so you can actually remove those decimal places since it doesn't really make sense here. Change your alignment if you like. I'm going to go ahead and align these on the center so they kind of match over on my left side, and then I can start adding my 2 final items here at the bottom: total and average, and then the final part will be adding formulas to calculate averages and totals and adding a graph.